Hello everybody, this is Peter the Rock. It's a Sunday and here is a spiral staircase. I always admire these works really because they take up not much space and they do the job. And you might think, why is he filming a spiral staircase? And in fact I think the same, because I'm in a place I have never been to before, and yes, it's a church, and it's a rather beautiful small village parish church called St Barnabas. And it's a fairly unusual name for a saint. So let's find out a bit about him. And here's a write-up. Our patron saint is St Barnabas, apostle and martyr, born in Salamis, Cyprus, in the 1st century. He preached extensively with St Paul in Jerusalem and Antioch, to both Jews and Gentiles, with many converts. He parted from St Paul's, returned with John and Mark to continue this missionary work. He was stoned to death when opposition to Christianity increased. His remains are found in AD 478, along with a copy of St Matthew's Gospel in Barnabas' handwriting. Interesting. A monastery was built west of Salamis, where the tomb is situated. Oh, sounds like a good guy. And there goes a bell. And if we look at the clock here, by impeccable Peter the Rock timing, I've arrived just when the church bell is about to chime 2. Here's the lead up, and here we go. That was 3. Let's see which is right. In fact, the clock is right, and the bell is either in BST and we're in GMT, or the other way around. But it's an hour out. So sorry about that. It's a bit disturbing. So I time travelled forwards 1 hour then. Here's a wonderful picture of the Last Supper. Obviously not the original. It's quite an ancient church. I haven't got any information on how old it is or how long it's been. There are just 3 hymns being played today. Today's a Sunday. And here's a fairly small church organ, as church organs go. So it's a nice, small, compact, perfect village church. There's an old chair over there. Perhaps that's where the abbot sits when he turns up. Lots of things on display. A book of donations, a lectern, The Fallen, the book of the people who died, Dalton Edward, Fletcher George, Garlic Walter, etc. Various wars commemorated in almost all the church. And here, of course, is the font. So you can picture the happy scene as the couple bring their baby in to be baptized, to be christened into the Christian faith. And here's a picture of Adam and Bethany are marrying at St Barnabas in August, which is next month. Keep them in your prayers. So Adam and Bethany, if you're seeing this, good luck, and I wish you well. I think it's extremely unlikely they'll be watching this, but you never know. God moves in a mysterious way, and I am very happy to encounter a bit of serendipity now and then. So, spiral staircase and a balcony. That's where the spiral staircase leads up. It's time to go outside and have a look round, see what the graveyard has to offer. So here we go, and it's a rather pleasant day, I think, sort of slightly miserly, but not really all that much. And it's warm and it's summer, and we're in the beautiful county of Derbyshire. And it's a pretty standard graveyard looking around. The graves are in serried ranks, as they often are. Some of the older graveyards have them a bit higgledy-piggledy. But the most interesting thing is the flint on the church because there isn't any. It's all stone, and that beautiful bell tower, which just chimed 3, is showing 2. So I rather like that quirk, and I bet people who've arrived for the service in the past thought, oh no, I'm 55 minutes late, only to discover they were in fact 5 minutes early. Let's see what are the most interesting graves. Look at the gnarled tree there. Wonderful word that. As I don't know anything about trees, gnarls will have to do. Here is a scene of ashes buried with plants and flowers at quite a lot of them. So I presume they're fairly recent graves. I won't go around calling out the names this time. There's space for some older, more traditional graves over this side. There is a Celtic cross, probably a war memorial. So it's a beautiful church. The trees are aligned. So I've been here for a considerable amount of time, as John Major might well say. Thanks a lot for watching. It's Peter the Rock. It's Sunday the 20th of July. Cheers.